are going to discuss about menstrual cycle. So the term menstrual has come from a Latin term mensem, M-E-N-S-E-M, mensem, which means monthly or per month. So menstrual cycle is typically a monthly cycle which occurs in every month. So during which what happens, there are certain changes which occur inside the reproductive organs, and menstrual cycle is one of the key features of primate mammals such as apes and humans, and that too it occurs only in females, not in males. So typically menstrual cycle is seen in the female primate mammals, and we are going to discuss here the menstrual cycle in humans. So in humans, menstrual cycle is also called as reproductive cycle. Why it is called reproductive cycle? Because there are the changes, certain changes occur inside the reproductive organs, specifically inside the ovaries and inside the endometrium during the reproductive age of a female only. So during the reproductive age of a female, there are changes inside the reproductive organs. That is why it is called reproductive cycle, as it occurs in cyclic manner at a regular interval of certain days. That is why it is called cycle. So the duration of menstrual cycle is of 28 days. In humans, menstrual cycle is of 28 days. That means at an interval of every 28 days during the reproductive period, a female undergoes cyclic changes inside the ovaries and inside the endometrium. But it may vary between 21 to 35 days. That means if a female is undergoing menstrual cycle at an interval of 21 days, 22 or 23, 24 or 32 days or 33 days, then also that is considered as regular menstrual cycle. And in that case, there are no underlying causes for that, and that is not a disease condition. A female needs no treatment for that. But ideally, it is taken as 28 days. So when it begins? In humans. So in human females, menstrual cycle begins at menarche, which is the female puberty, and continues until menopause. So menarche is otherwise the period of puberty, and we know that puberty is the period when males and females are able to produce their respective gametes. So after puberty, females will produce ova and males will produce sperms. So it is the onset of production of gametes. So in females, puberty is given another name, that is menarche. You can say that first menstrual cycle is called menarche, and permanent stoppage of menstrual cycle is called menopause. When no more follicles left in the ovaries, then menopause occurs. Menarche occurs between 12 to 16 years of age, and menopause occurs between 45 to 55 years of age. So the intermediate period here is called reproductive period. Reproductive period. Because during this period only a female is able to reproduce, because there is production of gametes. So before menarche and after menopause, there is no synthesis of gametes by the ovaries. So that is why during reproductive period only there is production of gametes. And after menarche, in every month at an interval of 28 days, ovaries and endometrium undergo cyclic changes. So that is called as menstrual cycle. So now we'll know what changes occur inside the reproductive organs. Specifically, ovaries undergo certain changes and the uterine endometrium undergoes certain changes. So inside ovaries what happens? There is folliculogenesis, oogenesis, formation of corpus luteum and all that. And inside the endometrium what happens? There is thickness. There is more thickness of the endometrium due to hyperplasia of the endometrial cells. Hyperplasia means increase in the number. So due to rapid proliferation of the endometrial cells, the thickness of the endometrium becomes more. So why these changes occur inside the ovaries and endometrium? So ovaries produce gametes. This is the aim, and the main aim of ovarian changes is to produce gametes, and the endometrial changes aims at implantation of the blastocyst and nourishment. So if implantation occurs and pregnancy begins, then it will give nourishment to the growing fetus. So the one and only purpose of ovarian changes and endometrial changes is pregnancy preparation. Pregnancy. That means you can say that menstrual cycle is the preparatory cycle for potential pregnancy or upcoming pregnancy. So a female after menarche in every month undergoes these kind of changes inside her ovaries and in the endometrium only for potential pregnancy. But what happens? In every month fertilization does not occur and pregnancy does not occur. So what will happen then? At the end of first menstrual cycle, the running menstrual cycle, what will happen? All the changes which are made inside the ovaries and inside the endometrium will get aborted, and the endometrium degenerates, and here also the gamete which was produced by the ovary during that cycle will degenerate. So there is abortion means here end of the changes inside ovaries and endometrium if fertilization does not occur, which is seen or externally marked by bleeding. So externally, the end of one menstrual cycle is marked by bleeding through vagina. Bleeding through vagina. So it indicates, this bleeding phase indicates the end of one menstrual cycle and the beginning of another menstrual cycle. And this whole phenomenon or whole changes are controlled by several hormones like gonadotropin releasing hormone from hypothalamus, follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone from anterior lobe of pituitary gland, estrogen hormone, progesterone hormone and all that. If there is slight deviation in the secretion of the hormones, any of these hormones, then the duration varies and certain other pathological conditions of the female reproductive system appears. And during this bleeding phase, the average amount of blood loss through vagina is 40 to 50 ml. It may reach 80 ml sometimes. Average amount of blood loss at the end of every menstrual cycle is 40 to 50 ml. It may reach up to 80 ml. But sometimes what happens, more blood is lost and it leads to dehydration and shock of the patient or the female. So that we are going to discuss in this class only. So now we will discuss abnormalities of menstrual cycle. we will discuss certain abnormalities of menstrual cycle. So first we will move to normal. The normal term which is used for menstrual bleeding is menorrhea. Menorrhea. It's a normal term, not abnormality. Menorrhea means normal bleeding. During menstrual cycle or at the end of menstrual cycle, every menstrual cycle, it is normal. That means 40 to 50 ml blood is lost during every cycle. That is menorrhea. Then amenorrhea. The letter A refers to absence. So absence of bleeding. Very scanty amount of bleeding occurs, then that is called, or no, almost nil bleeding is there, that is called amenorrhea. Then oligomenorrhea. Remember, oligo means scanty, means very less. So when there is very less amount of bleeding occurs, then that is called oligomenorrhea, less than normal bleeding or very scanty. That is called oligomenorrhea. It indicates improper growth in the thickness of the endometrium. Next is metrorrhagia. Metrorrhagia, menorrhagia and cryptomenorrhea. Cryptomenorrhea. So metrorrhagia is, metro means in between. Metro means in between. That means if between two successive menses another cycle appears, then that is called metrorrhagia. One more cycle or bleeding phase, let us write, one more bleeding phase between two cycles. Then menorrhagia, or this is called polymenorrhea, excessive loss of blood. That is menorrhagia. Cryptomenorrhea. Crypto means hidden. So if bleeding is not seen to outside, then that is cryptomenorrhea. Then dysmenorrhea. The term dys means painful. Actually, these are the prefixes which are used in most of the medical terms, which these terms have definitive meanings, and you have to only understand the meaning of these prefixes. So this term means painful. So this is painful menstruation. If menstrual cycle or bleeding phase is accompanied by severe pain along with sweating, vomiting, that is called as dysmenorrhea. In one sentence, you can describe dysmenorrhea as painful menstruation or painful periods. Next is anovulatory cycle. Anovulatory cycle. So there is no ovulation. Means ovulation has not occurred in the previous cycle. That is anovulatory cycle. So next, another term, it is PMS, premenstrual syndrome. Syndrome means group of symptoms or group of disorder, and pre means before, menstruation. So before several days of menstruation, what happens in 20 to 30% of females, certain symptoms are seen like breast tenderness, easy tiredness. That means they become easily tired, their breasts become tender, they feel bloating and irritability, mood swings and all that. So that is called premenstrual syndrome. Next is precocious puberty. Precocious puberty. When puberty occurs before 8 years of age. When puberty occurs before 8 years of age, that is called precocious puberty. So these are some of the abnormalities related to menstrual cycle.